Can some of the staff please put the balls on the sidelines? We have them on the end line, but we need them on the sidelines as well.
All right, folks, we are back. Welcome back to DNF_ADV Sports. Jack Lowry here with Coach JD. We're here calling the second of the SELC Division II Championship semifinals here. Florida Gulf Coast taking on Kennesaw State. Florida Gulf Coast in the white and blue, Kennesaw State in the black and gold. Coach JD just talking about last time these two teams played. It was a one-goal thriller there. It was Kennesaw winning 14-13. So we definitely
reverse that. Gulf Coast won by 1.
Oh, pardon me. Yes, 14 for Gulf Coast, 13 for Kennesaw. So we're in for a heck of a game here, as Kennesaw State will scoop up the first face-off of the day. Both of these teams nationally ranked right now. Florida Gulf Coast number 11. Kennesaw State number 17. Both playing pretty decently as of late here. Kennesaw State does have a win against number 5 Charlotte this year as well. No spring chicken win there. As this game starts, settles in, 30 seconds in. Kennesaw getting the first shot on. Not on target there. That was number 3 Adam Piak. Pyjack, I don't know. Might be Pyjack. You never know with those, if it's going to be a soft J or not. Nevertheless, Kennesaw still retaining possession. Christ, I can't get it out of first gear. Gage Mugg on the ball. All right, Evan Sue now in there. Apologies, folks. I just realized I took someone's name in vain, so apologies if I offended anyone. Won't happen again, as Kennesaw continues on the ball here. Andrew Barnert now on. As Kennesaw trying to get something going, but it's a crease infraction there very early on. Minute 15 in, 75 seconds. In goal for Florida Gulf Coast is Alex Stewart, number 69 there. 171 saves on the season, 61% save percentage. Florida Gulf Coast not able to get any possession so far. Brendan Bosley, though, able to win it for the Blue Eagles here.
A little sloppy early. There's, emotions, energy running high.
Yeah. I was, same here. I'm smelling the barbecue. We already had a game earlier. You get all whipped up. As we mentioned, it's a hot day here in Jacksonville, Florida. 82 degrees. Some nice dulcet winds blowing in from the St. James River. Florida Gulf Coast, wow, tried the one-handed slam there. It
was a good handle.
Yeah, it was. Left-handed there from Brendan Bosley, who I'm not mistaken is the leading goal scorer.
And one.
Yeah, loses the helmet there. That is not going to get waved off there. I believe that's Grant Faber. Faber, I believe. Just heard from the PA announcer. Grant Faber with a goal there. See what the infraction was. I'm assuming this is going to be a non-releasable.
Likely unnecessary roughness, either a little bit late or a little bit high.
Right, you are. Yeah, let's see. Faber right there. Oh, yeah, that's late. That was late. I believe that was number 7, Andrew Marshall.
A little bit late.
Yeah. So he'll take a remorseful genuflect for a moment there. Almost reminded me of Paul Correa's hit in the 2003 NHL Stanley Cup Finals. Luckily, he doesn't get knocked out.
as sometimes you don't want to take a penalty, but early in the game, you like your defense to set a tone and dissuade the offense from wanting to stick their face in the fan.
Absolutely.
But that was a heck of a shot.
Right you are. Yeah, some 80s or 90s basketball mentality there. Just going, if you do that again, I'm going to put an elbow in your face.
Oh, Bill Lambier.
Exactly. The old Palos Verdes native. As Florida Gulf Coast settling in here for the first time. Some quick successive passes here. Nice shot there, and you can see what it means to him. Colin Blocker having the opposite happen to his shot as it hits the back of the net. 2-0 for Florida Gulf Coast there. Colin Blocker, number 99 on that shot. See on that replay right there who had the assist. I believe that was number 11, Grant Faber. He's got a goal and an assist for his trouble. So very quickly, Florida Gulf Coast up 2-0.
Well, the Eagles got the high heat going early. Both goals so far up top where Mama hides the cookies.
Right you are. Looks like that penalty was released. So Kennesaw will go back to full strength now. As we'll see Evan Sue on the ball, who, if I'm not mistaken, got an all-conference selection. I believe I heard you call his name. I think he was second team, if I'm not mistaken. Evan Sue. He's got 21 goals, 17 assists. That would certainly warrant an all-conference selection, even in a conference like the SELC, which has so much talent. Kennesaw settling in here. Deking to the left there is Barner. Passes it back to the X. Maybe thinking about a wraparound there. I believe that's 36, Braden Barreau. And now up at the top, letting it rip, and that's a great save there from Stewart, who will outlet this ball forward.
Couldn't handle.
Yeah, Florida Gulf Coast defender dropping the ball right in front of the doorstep. Man, Kennesaw thought they were going to take a shot there from Braden Barreau.
Smart play. Keep possession. He didn't have a great opportunity. They didn't have unsettled situation.
Right. You don't want to try and force anything with
Jack Guinea.
There we go. 2-4. Jack Guinea there. Making it 2-1, and like you said, not settling for a good shot, waiting for that great opportunity, and letting it rip. Let's see that one more time if we can.
Yeah, I know this young man from a little ways back. And 2 years ago, he had a stellar weekend out here. Just way to read the defense, manipulate them with his hands, throw a little box fake. Everybody looked away from him.
Right. He's got some good size, too. Doesn't look like he's got anyone as tall as him on the defensive side for Dunk City. Kennesaw going to win the face-off once again here. Hopefully this is not as one-sided as the earlier matchup we had. FAU taking on Georgia Southern. FAU winning by dang near 20 goals. So whoever wins this game will take on the Owls. Could be an owl-on-owl matchup here if Kennesaw wins. No matter what, it's going to be avian-themed. A lot of birds here in the SELC. Passing around Kennesaw here. Like Coach JD was saying, in no particular rush here, doesn't want to force an issue, potentially create a counterattack, and that's a great save. My goodness, Stewart.
I've been impressed by the Kennesaw offense so far, though. Yeah. They're deliberate,
patient,
but, with pace.
And the scoop up there, nice GB from Florida Gulf Coast. I believe that's number 10 there, Ethan Knight.
Really good ground ball.
Right you are. 15 goals on the season for Knight so far.
He kept his feet moving on the sideline. Didn't get himself into trouble. Ran to some green space. Then they were able to settle down.
And now Florida Gulf Coast settling down as well with about 5.5 gone in the first quarter of action. 4 15-minute periods. Sudden death overtime if it gets down to it. As we now see Colin Blocker in the X position. Too high there. Number 2, Jack Scalise. Not able to get that snap. Is there a trick to that, Coach? When we've seen that a couple times in these past couple of games where that ball sails over. Is it just as simple as snapping the wrist? Nice wraparound. Loses the stick.
Oh, the defender broke his stick.
My goodness, yeah, just didn't even pop off. Just snapped. That's a goal.
So
2-2.
Shooting mechanics are, it's all about your big muscles.
Mm-hmm.
When you get in tight, though, it's just a little wrist action to, snap, quick release. When you're 5 yards and in, you don't need it to be going super fast. You just want to get it out,
right?
So the goalie doesn't have time to react.
Gotcha.
Put it to a good spot.
A game of angles. All right, so Jack Scalise with that goal there. Nice play. Florida Gulf Coast been the better team so far here in the opening 6 minutes or so. Not disparaging Kennesaw State as they turn the ball over.
It was a good face-off win, just didn't quite control it. Wasn't very smooth and comfortable. And threw it away, unfortunately.
Getting some fun chat comments right now. Looks like you got some fans.
Uh-oh.
Keep them coming, friends. We love the engagement here at DNF_ADV Sports. Like and subscribe to participate in the chat. Florida Gulf Coast back on here. Ethan Knight. Passing it back, and that's a nice finish. My goodness. Oh, my gosh. Brandon Bostley doing the Ja Morant-celly there for a moment. Hopefully the NBA doesn't find him.
Bit of a hidden ball trick there. It seemed like some of the defense wasn't quite sure where the ball was.
Yeah, I was right there with you, brother.
Yeah. Hidden ball trick up by the box.
Yeah, so it even fooled our camera folks. There we go. Nice finish there. Love that hidden ball trick. Always crafty. Pretty clutch to have that get worked out in the semifinal of the SELC Championships here. Florida Gulf Coast looking pretty spry here so far in the opening 7 minutes or so.
Did you say he pulled the Ja Morant-celly?
He did.
The grenade?
Yes, I saw it. Saw a grenade and I saw the ears covered and I was like, ooh. All right, so on the ball now, Hunter Davison. Had to double check to make sure I didn't get hidden ball tricked again as we got Blocker now on the ball. Patient play here from Coast. Maybe thinking about that left-handed shot. Gets a tip of it. If I'm not mistaken, that is Zach Vlack. Or Vlake. Once again, if you're his mom, dad, uncle, whatever, let me know if I'm pronouncing that wrong. All right.
I got to think that's Zach Vlack.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's a heck of a handle.
Absolutely. We'll go with Black Jacket for now. All right. Eagles on. Great save there from Blackjack again.
Yeah.
Oh, Zach Vlack. Sorry, I was thinking Blackjack. I'm all shook up here in the first quarter in our second game of 4 games consecutively.
I was a little far out, plus 15 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Goalkeeper, you don't want him to get hot and get settled into the game.
Right.
You've already put a couple in on him.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a little bit of a muffin there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, last thing you want to do is give him hope here. 3-goal lead, not meaning too much here in lacrosse these days. So Florida Gulf Coast definitely wants to try and expand this lead as best as they can. As Kennesaw trying to get a shot on target here, not settling for a good shot, looking for that great shot here. See Braden Burrell one more time. And that's a shot on target off the post there. Ryan Robbins asking, when do they announce the all-conference teams? I know I'm not on it. LOL. Well, we announced them live during in between the games and stuff like that. During this game, I'm sure if there's maybe a slowdown in action, maybe we'll get Coach to read them off because he's got the list there. But right about now, we got a heck of a game on our hands with a spot in the SELC Club championship on the line. So Kennesaw, right in front again. It's your boy, but saved. Alex Stewart.
Very nice save.
Right, you are. Alex Stewart has had a very, very good season so far. 171 saves.
Hey, Jack with the turnover.
There we go. That ball sent all the way to Georgia. Kennesaw back on the ball now. See number 14 on there, Adam Greenblatt. Directing traffic here, maybe looking for a little sub for Jack. No. So just about 10 minutes have elapsed here in the first quarter of action. Good game on hand. Florida Gulf Coast up 4-1, almost 4-2 there. Once again, Alex Stewart doing a good job of seeing the ball into the giant net. And now Jack Scalise on the ball. Passing there to 11.
Yeah, that last shot, you don't need it to be going super fast because you're tight to the cage, but you got to place it better than that.
Right. A little too much in the body there of Stewart. Nice passing and a nice goal at the ankles there. Jack Scalise with another finish there for Florida Gulf Coast.
Another goal for number 2, Jack Scalise.
My goodness. This game slowly but surely getting out of hand.
And since you said it, I pulled it up, and that young man is a second-team all-conference midfielder. Florida Gulf Coast has got 2 first-team honorees, 2 second-team honorees, and 3 third-team honorees.
Dang. Lots of folks. And by the way, shout out there to Luke for correcting me. It is Zach Vlyke for the keeper. Vlyke like bike. There we go. I like it. When I look at it, that makes sense. And let's see if Kennesaw State can make some sense of this first quarter dropping down 4 here. They're passing the ball well. They're staying disciplined here, playing their game plan for sure.
Also, for their part, Kennesaw State's got 2 guys on the second team and 2 guys on the third team, 3 guys on the third team, no first teamers this year.
Copy that. Yeah, most of the first team went to FAU, who dominated every part of those awards. A nice deflection there from Florida Gulf Coast. And barreling down there, Teddy Bismeyer. Tries to pass, loses the ball, scooped up there. Once again, we see Adam Greenblatt plunging down the field. Thought about a shot.
The officials missed an offsides there against the Eagles.
To err is to be human. Who knows?
Oh, yeah. yeah. As a coach on the sideline, you're always hot when you see it, and they don't. But, yeah, the officials, they're humans. They make mistakes.
They are. And, it is... the fans are right here, so if you get something wrong, they'll let you know. All right, Kennesaw back on attack now. Number 15 in there, Casey Koenig. Passing it off. Nice spin from Sue.
Good find.
Little high rip. Stewart with another save there that is going to shot clock reset as well. So 3:13 to go in the first quarter of action here. Moving by pretty quickly. Kennesaw State trying to close the gap a little bit down 4 early. We're going to see Jack with a rip just right of the cage. Will stay Kennesaw ball.
I like this attitude that Florida Gulf Coast has on defense. They're playing really physical, but once they've got you turned away from the point of attack, they don't overextend.
Got you. Keep their shape very well. You can see what looks like 5 jerseys right at the top of the crease there.
On cue.
Scooped up. That's going to be
loose ball hold.
A little hold action there. Okay. 2:41 now. Kennesaw State has been handed a couple of opportunities here. I wouldn't say handed. They've earned them. But they have an opportunity here to close the gap. And they capitalize.
Nifty.
Nifty gifty there. That is number 36, Braden Burrow there. 19th goal on the season for Burrow. Coach, let's see that replay one more time.
So he lets this one go right about goal line extended, maybe a step above, but they say the stick has eyes.
Wow, that's nice. Not even 5-hole.
Good release. He puts it far pipe. That's a great shot.
And that's the level of shot it's going to take to beat Alex Stewart today, apparently, who's been playing very well in the first quarter. Florida Gulf Coast up by 3. Kennesaw going to scoop up again. Kennesaw's done very well in the face-off phase so far, Coach.
Yeah, they've been solid there. They've won a couple, but turned it over right away. A win on the stat sheet is great. A win in a possession is what you're really looking for.
Yes. Taking it day by day. All right, Burrow, the goal scorer there once again. Now dumping it off to Barner. And passing it around his Kennesaw, maybe thinking about a shot. Wow, splits the defense, but another great save from Stewart.
Kind of ran himself into a little bit of trouble, but
he did.
Spun right out of it.
I think he was just as surprised as we were that he got through those 2 defenders. But once again, Alex Stewart there with that little jump, too, to knock the ball. Maybe trying to wrap around one-handed pass there from Gage Mugg. Scooped up there from Coast now. Matt Mickley down the left wing. Little spin action. Shielding the ball well is Mickley. Going to be a timeout here? That's a good call.
Yeah, solid. You can't take them with you.
Right, you are.
It's you don't usually need them strategically in the first half anyway. They're up a couple goals. Defensemen getting hounded as you're taking it into your zone.
Yeah. Kind of like calling a timeout when there's almost going to be a jump ball in basketball. Just like, let's just get the ball to the sideline, take care of possession. Okay, cool. So, Jack and JD here. We'll be back in just a moment after this timeout. All right, folks, we're back. Hey, we hear you in the chat, by the way. We are going to... I try, Mary. I'm trying. I can't talk to all of these individual players. There are 4 teams with each rosters of 50. So I do my best, so I'm more than happy to get corrections during this game. Greatly appreciated. Everyone else, by the way, we will be announcing the all-conference selections at the end of the first quarter. So, yep, just stick around for the next 90 seconds or so. By the way, there was a stick infraction during the timeout, so Kennesaw with an unreleasable man up right about now. Kennesaw down 3 goals right now, have about 10 seconds to take advantage of their man advantage. Maybe letting it rip, and wow, what a finish!
Nice
Evan Sue!
Nice pull in rhythm.
Great goal there from Evan Sue to continue to cut this lead. 5-3 now. See Kennesaw State one more time.
And a man-up face-off.
Right you are. See that? Wow.
This would be pretty big for momentum to pull within one right towards the end of the quarter. Just a minute ago, it was 5-1.
Right, you are. It's been a pretty big swing here from Kennesaw as they win another face-off. That's one phase of this game that they have absolutely dominated. I don't know if Florida Gulf Coast has won a single one yet. So we'll see a hockey shift come in now. Greenblatt on the ball. 40 seconds to go in this first quarter of action. As we mentioned, first portion of this first quarter was pretty much all Florida Gulf Coast, letting it rip. A deflection off of an Eagle defender will stay Owl ball. We use the replay for the Florida Gulf Coast goals. I know. Yeah, don't you worry, Kathy. We got you, friends. Nice defensive stop there from Coast. Evan Berman using that long stick here with 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll have Coach JD read off the all-conference selections.
Well, that young man's name's going to be called.
There we go. Coolio. All right, so after the first quarter of action, Florida Gulf Coast 5, Kennesaw State 3. We'll be back in a little bit. Before that, Coach, let them know who's selected.
All SELC D2. Third team, Preston Moon at attack, Evan Sue, Lawson Cantley. In the midfield, Jake Shore, Mikey Canavan, Matthew Lynch. Defenders, Colin Nance, Matt Mickley, and Brady Gillis. LSM, Scott Raza. Short stick defensive midfielder, Will Mitchell. Goalkeeper, Alex Stewart, who's in this game. And face-off man, Andrew Dopp, in this game.
There we go.
No, I'm sorry. That was, Kennesaw State.
Yeah.
Second team at attack, we've got Nicholas Alicante, Kevin Daniels, Cam Hawker. Midfield, Jack Scalisi, Colin Blocker, Jack Guinea. Defense, Chase Wagner, Wes Souders, Wyndham Hewitt. LSM, Chase Hull. Defensive midfielder, Alex Wasson. Goalie, Cubby Metkowski. Face-off man, Gabe DeLuna. First teamers, we got Ryan Kerr at attack, Grant Faber, Drake Summers. Midfield, Morgan Fecal. I apologize. I'm sure I've butchered that. Brendan Bosley in this game.
Yeah.
Jacob Johnson. At defense, Joseph Andrews, Mason Clemens, and Evan Berman, who just had a great takeaway with a stick in the passing lane. LSM, Julian Sparcino. Short stick defensive midfielder, Gavin McIntyre. Goalie, Alex Acker. Face-off man, Tyler Cahill.
Right on. And we're hearing from the chat, so which of those players are from Florida Gulf Coast?
Florida Gulf Coast will run back. We got Grant Faber, first-teamer at attack. Brendan Bosley, first-teamer at midfield. Evan Berman, first-teamer at defense.
Nice.
Jack Scalisi, second-teamer at midfield. Colin Blocker, second-teamer at midfield. Chase Hull, LSM, second team.
Dang! I got folks.
And they've got their goalie is the third-teamer. Defender Matt Mickley is a third-teamer.
Nice.
And attackman Preston Moon rounds out their guys on the third team.
There you go. And if y'all need specificity on Kennesaw State, we'll do that at the next dead ball timeout. For the time being, we'll get back to the second period of action. Thank you there, Coach. Appreciate you, big man.
No trouble.
All right. Congratulations to all players on their selections. FAU taking home.
Handle the pressure.
Right, you are. Yeah, Florida Atlantic taking home the lion's share of selections. They took home all of the big awards. Coaching staff, Rookie of the Year, Attack of the Year. Quite impressive from the number 3 team in D2 right now. So we'll see Kennesaw State just about now. All those first-team conferences there, Ryan, have been announced. They were in there. Yeah, so it was 1 through 3 have all been Yeah, announced. They're all there. The gang's all there. Kennesaw State now still trying to get their momentum up, down 5-3. They've scored a couple of goals here, have shown some vigor in their attack. Trying to get another one here. And to the left of the cage there. Scooped up there for Kennesaw. This game's definitely slowed down. It was very volatile here in the opening minutes or so. Kennesaw's very... Oh, wow! A gamble there from Alex Stewart, or came out of the crease. And that's going to be a goal for Kennesaw State.
Yeah.
Just like that, 5-4.
A gamble is right, and typically not one that pays off very well.
Right, you are. Let's see. Alex Stewart can see, when does he come out? Yeah,
early.
That's way too early there, yeah.
You got to trust your teammates to do their jobs, and as a goalkeeper, your job is to stand between the pipes and make stops.
Right, you are. Showed his hand. And that's going to be another goal for Braden Barreau. As we'll get another face-off here. Kennesaw has dominated the face-off phase, and they might tie this game up just like that. Elects to play the patient game. Plenty of time. Only 90 seconds have elapsed here in the second quarter of action here. Florida Gulf Coast jumping out to that early lead. Kennesaw State, though, showing why they're the number 17th ranked team. Still showing a lot of fight here.
Love the back and forth action.
Oh, absolutely. It is a sight for sore eyes after that one-sided contest we had of FAU and Georgia Southern. That Georgia Southern keeper was amazing, too. It's Kennesaw State trying to tie it, and they will!
You know, this offense has been impressive. They do a really good job of drawing defensive attention to one side, swinging the ball quickly to the opposite side of the field, and re-attacking right away.
There you go. Evan Sue with another goal. Let's see that one more time. Yeah, almost just like dangling keys in front of a baby, and then just whoop!
Swing it through X, diagnose, nice little throwback to the pop off the crease.
And look what it means. There we go for Evan Sue. Another goal. 5's up. We got ourselves a game here, friends. At DNF_ADV Sports, we appreciate all y'all joining us here as Kennesaw State continues to have a chokehold here on the face-off phase of this game. So important in lacrosse.
It was a nice handle by Evan Sue to keep the ball in play.
Right, you are. Seldom do you see face-off specialists stay on the field, I feel like, for extended periods of time after that face-off.
Well, a lot of what a lot of folks might not know if you've not, even if you played the sport, but you've not played that position.
Another shot, another goal.
Very nice shot.
Kennesaw.
Good skip pass to create the shooting opportunity.
Yes, indeed. Gage Mugg with quite a goal there. Let's see that one more time here, Coach.
Yeah, they're helping in. I mean, it's good help defense, but better find by the offense.
Yeah. And that's just an excellently placed shot as well, putting in that right corner. I think you said it earlier, putting it by his ear.
Yeah, so facing off, it's a... You're not on the field very long, but you expend a lot of energy.
Right.
You're going a million miles an hour for the entire time that you're on the field. So more often than not, it's less about the skills that those guys bring to the table, why they leave the field right away after they've done their job. It's more about how physically exhausting it is to fight for the ball.
Right, yeah. I mean, you're basically wrestling in the middle of the field. Florida Gulf Coast winning a rare face-off here, by the way. It looked like it was because of a false start. Looks like someone went a little too quickly. So Florida Gulf Coast trailing for the first time today. I think you mentioned this in the earlier game. Everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. So definitely seems like Florida Gulf Coast has been punched back here. Let's see how they respond.
This is a prize fight for sure.
Absolutely. A spot in the championship against Florida Atlantic tomorrow is on the line. That game is here at Bowles High School at noon. That's going to be an easy goal there for Brendan Bosley. Number 88 just dropped off at the doorstep like it's DoorDash. 6 is up again.
Yeah, a little lapse in the defense there. They had a slide, which is the immediate man ready to help behind the on-ball defender, but they didn't have the next man, the two, the fill, different terminologies depending on your team. But
we've seen both
crucial.
Teams. Both teams have been using that a lot. It seems like that seems to be the key. Dragon defenders away from key areas. All right, so we will see Sue in again with Bryce K. Bryce K, about a 50% face-off record. 94 wins, 94 losses. Wow, that's exactly 50%. Cool. And now on to the ball there is number 33, Max Perez. Passing it now there, I believe it's 22 in there. Yeah, Hunter Davison. Every time I say someone's name there, immediately give the ball up. And Bosley looking for another one just right of the cage. We'll stay on this side of the ball. Just about 5 minutes have elapsed here in the second quarter of action. Florida Gulf Coast seems like they're starting to spread the wings a little bit. Kennesaw State trying to get on a counterattack, but Florida Gulf Coast doing a great job to avoid the offsides as well as retain possession here. Bosley on the ball. That's a trip for sure, is it not? Oh, wow.
I like the no. I like the no call.
Hey, it's championship weekend. We're letting the kids play. I like it.
Yeah, I mean they've called this game consistently so far, and both teams are playing physical. He kind of just lost his footing more than the defender caused him to trip.
Nice save there from Zach Vike, who hasn't been too busy as of late. Kennesaw's been on attack a lot in the second quarter here. First save he's made in this quarter. Almost got that golden nugget again there, bud. Ball squirts out there. Florida Gulf Coast back in there. Ethan Knight. He's got some space. Doesn't have attackers, though. We'll go back to the X and wait for his fellow Eagles to get in his vicinity. I think we mentioned this earlier. It's Florida Gulf Coast Eagles taking on the Kennesaw State Owls. Earlier, we also had Owls versus Eagles, and that's a goal for the Eagles. My goodness. Florida Gulf Coast regaining the lead. Max Schuster with a nice goal. Bouncing shot. Let's see that again.
Yeah, far placement again. It's a good shooting location.
Right, you are Kathy Stewart. There is your Florida Gulf Coast goal replay for you. Nice goal. 7-6 here. We have got quite the matchup here. Both teams already eclipsing. What about Alex?
His mother?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah, that's definitely Alex's mom.
Or grandma, maybe.
Who knows? That's true. It's very true. Could be a sister. We never know. Shout out to the family.
Don't think it's his wife.
Yeah, definitely. Ryan will be announcing D1 during the D1 game. So the next game, if I'm not mistaken, is the South Carolina game.
South Carolina and Georgia Tech.
Yes, sir. And then after that is Florida and Florida State. So we'll definitely be announcing those during that time. If one of these teams scores 20 goals in the next 10 minutes or whatever, and we have dead time in fourth quarter, we'll probably do D1. But all the more reason to stick around for the D1 matchups here. We're currently at match 2 of 4 today. Wow, great pass.
Look. Just couldn't connect. Nice cut.
Yeah, just a little behind the attacker there. I believe that was number 22, Hunter Davison. Yeah, you got it. Kathy is his aunt. Clarification there. The one we didn't list. Shout out to Kathy. Cool aunt. Supportive. Appreciate you, friends and family. Or just lacrosse heads around the country, around the world, wherever you may be. It's always fun to have the parents walk up to you and say, our family in Japan watches you, or wherever you are. Appreciate your patronage and subscriptions. All right, turnover here. Florida Gulf Coast. There are Player of the Year, Ryan, stuff for the conferences and stuff. We did D2 already. The lion's share went to, not the lion's share, all of them went to FAU. FAU won attacker, defender, and coaching staff. All right.
And rookie as well.
And rookie as well. That's true. Yeah, their goalkeeper, Alex Acker. All right, Florida Gulf Coast. Here with Jack Scalise. Right on target there. 2 Vike. 7-11 left to go. In the first half of action here. Dumping it off there. There been some good cuts here from Florida Gulf Coast. Nice bouncing pass there.
That was a good idea, not great execution.
Exactly. In theory, good idea. Whoa! Nice spin move. One-hander. Wow!
Ooh, that was silky.
My goodness. Get ready, Varsity Club Lacrosse. That's going to be a clip. My goodness, Gage Mug.
The boys north of the border might say silky mitts, but...
Yes. Gulp. My goodness. Let's see this one more time. Well, Spinsky, one-handed pass joink. Easy money. Gage Mug making it 8-6. Oh, yeah, 8-6. Florida Gulf Coast. Oh, no, 7-7. Pardon me.
7's up.
7's up. So back and forth. I'm losing my train of thought. My goodness. What a goal there from Mug. Face off again. Kennesaw's going to win. Andrew Dopp. Andrew Dopp, if I'm not mistaken, got a all-conference selection. I remember.
He was.
We can see why with how many face-offs he's been winning. My goodness, there 174 regular season wins.
That only secured him the third team.
My goodness.
Behind Gabe DeLuna from Vanderbilt and Tyler Cahill from Miami.
Oh, there we go.
So those guys must have been
yeah, animals.
Crushing it all year.
Yeah. All right, Kennesaw State equalizing here, 7-7. Rookie of the Year was Alex Acker from which team was it again? Pardon me. Sorry. I'm trying to call the game too. Let's see. Passing
FAU.
FAU, yeah. Alex Acker, the rookie goalkeeper. Kennesaw, too high. Alex Stewart here. Little too high for number 69. Stewart barking at his defenders here, making sure they're nice and tidy in front of goal. And having said that, my goodness, Kennesaw back up 8-7, and this game has lived up to the billing, Coach.
Yeah, love the back and forth. Gage, Muggy.
Call it Mug, yeah.
Nice hitch there on the doorstep. Catches it on the doorstep. He's got his defender coming right at his face.
Right.
He hitches him a little bit, improves his angle.
Yeah.
It's a good finish.
Right there, yeah. Thank you, Lena. Yeah, we had someone correct that earlier. Appreciate that. Yeah, like bike. We got that. Appreciate you, fam. But yeah, great goal there from Kennesaw State. Making it 8-7, just like that. We did mention this earlier when these teams played at the beginning of this season. Florida Gulf Coast won that game 14-13. So this game looks
shaping up to be the same.
Yeah. Which we deserve it after that blowout that FAU put on Georgia Southern. Kennesaw still on the attack here.
Ooh.
Good save there.
Heat check.
Yeah, definitely a heat check there.
Oh, and he took out the shot clock.
Oh, no. Not the shot clock. Glad we didn't bring ours. All right. Just making sure we get everything nice and kosher. Glad that wasn't the shot clock that we're actively shooting in the lower third. All right.
And the clock's still running.
Hey, there we
They're
go.
going to have to reset it.
It's still working. All right, let's wait for the refs to raise the roof.
Yep, they're resetting the shot clock.
Cool. All right, yeah, we're at 56 for the time on the shot clock. Shout out, by the way, to the lacrosse kids here at Bull for running the scoreboard. Kennesaw State still on the attack here. Have really turned a page in this second quarter of action so far.
See what I paid for.
Braden Burrow on the ball now, passing back. Thought about it for a moment. They love that right wing a little too high for the attacker there, Burrow. Going to be a turnover there for Florida Gulf Coast. And now we will reset. 4.5 to go. Go ahead, Coach.
A little bit of a pressure type ride. It makes no sense because they just gave up an unsettled situation now.
Wow!
And there it is.
Lets it rip. Colin Blocker, his second goal of the game there. Letting it rip. Getting downhill there.
The Kennesaw State boys started to take away the goalkeeper.
Right.
Typically, the clearing team has an extra man, and the goalkeeper. You don't usually shut him off. And in that case, they decided to step up and take him away and pressure it a little bit, but they left a man wide open at the box.
Yeah. And especially when you allow someone like Colin Blocker, who already had 12 regular season goals and 21 assists, by the way. He got really downhill, got a lot of momentum, almost like Juggernaut and X-Men there. Lets it rip, and it's 8-8. 4:24 left in the first half here. Beautiful Jacksonville, I almost said California, Christ. I called too much Northern California sports. Jacksonville, Florida, 82 degrees right now. Kennesaw State, as is tradition, trying to go up by 1 now. Been playing a lot of patty cake here. Is this a timeout?
Timeout.
It is. All right.
Makes sense.
It does. Kennesaw State stepping away here. Heck of a game, folks. Get a drink of water. Take a deep breath. It's going to be a heck of a game. 8-8 here. Jack and Coach stepping away for a moment. All right, folks, we are back here. 4-1-1 left in the second quarter of action here at Bulls High School in Jacksonville, Florida. Sun is hiding behind the clouds for a rare moment here as Kennesaw State trying to get another lead change here. It's been patty cake all day so far.
I like the gamesmanship here from Florida Gulf Coast. They came out of the timeout in a zone. First time they've shown it all day.
Kennesaw State obviously preparing for something else. They almost lost the ball there. They love that right wing. Oh, man, a thud right into the chest there of number 5, Gage Mugg, I should say. He does retain possession, though. Ooh. Shot clock resets. That will be a turnover. It does not matter.
Yeah, what a great action.
Absolutely.
Great action. Ball zipping around. Defense is flying around. Mm-hmm. But, you got to think. I love the call from Coach there. Mm-hmm. You go into a timeout, and it's Kennesaw that calls the timeout. They're probably drawing up something, thinking you're coming back out in man. Yeah. They hadn't shown zone all game. They come out in very effective zone.
Right. And you love to see it. Neither team is playing like they're afraid to make a mistake. They're playing free. They're playing downhill. Lets it rip.
Ooh, good save.
Thought that was going to score through. Vlyke doing a good job. Nice pocket pass, too. We'll see Marshall getting on his horse. Does a good job to shield the ball. Loses it for a moment. Nice pass out there to that right wing. Once again, we'll see Mugg waiting for his men to get forward here. Almost a wayward pass. Braden Burrow almost losing it there for a moment. Getting a little downhill. Kennesaw! 9-8.
Howitzer.
My goodness. What a missile from Adam Pijak. Oh, Piak, maybe. We'll go. Who knows? Once again, chat, let me know. A lot of Swedish
That was a heck of a shot. Cannon.
Yeah, let's see that one more time. Wow. Not much Alex Stewart could do there, and you could see he's apoplectic with his defenders. Not happy that he was able to generate that much momentum on his feet. We've seen the Gulf Coast defenders sometimes touch up the Kennesaw attack, but obviously not that time, as Kennesaw State once again out in front. And once again, Andrew Dopp, third team all-conference face-off specialist, showing why he has basically 175 face-off wins this season.
This is like George Foreman fight.
Yes.
Body blows after body blows.
Methodical. Lets it rip again. Yeah, when Foreman would knock someone out, he just looked like he was very slowly moving, and then you realize, like, oh, no, he's the hardest puncher of all time. All right, looks like we're going to see another timeout here with 1:49 to go. Jack and Coach here. Heck of a game. Don't go anywhere. Kennesaw 9, Florida Gulf Coast 8. Luis came in yesterday. All right. Back in here. My dad knows Paul Westhead.
Of course, I did too.
Kennesaw State here. Up 9-8 with 1:45 to go. Sorry, we were talking about Loyola Marymount off camera.
And the guru of Go.
Yes, the guru of Go, Paul Westhead. My dad ghost wrote a book for him. I guess that's... I shouldn't say that since it's a ghost. So, all right. Kennesaw State up 9-8 here.
Great ground ball.
Nice scoop up there. Great transition there, brother. John Mosley going in now to Andrew Dopp.
A lot of young guys make the mistake of a timeout to set up the offense. Okay, that makes sense.
It does.
We're a minute out from halftime. A lot of young guys there on that ground ball. Mm-hmm. A lot of young guys will make the mistake of trying to play the man, and they lose sight of the ball. But when you're a long stick, you have a defensive stick and 6 feet of pole.
Right.
You can reach and go get the ball. And the short stick offensive player can't get there as quick.
Let that stick do the work.
Nice play, young man.
Right on. All right. Triple ones on the scoreboard right now. 9-8 Kennesaw. Actually, let's not go anywhere. They're about to come back on.
And
why not?
That was Chase Hull.
I believe so.
Second teamer, first teamer. I'm pulling it back up.
Yeah, lots of conference selections here. I know Preston Moon, one of the attackers for Florida Gulf Coast, was on there as well.
That last ground ball, Chase Hull, second team all-conference long stick midfielder.
That's how you earn that.
It's ground balls like that. Heck yeah.
All right, so we are back in action here. Triple ones on the scoreboard in the first half of action here at Bull High School in Jacksonville, Florida. It's been a heck of a game. After this one, we'll be covering the Georgia Tech matchup. That'll be at 3 p.m. here. Oh, pardon me. Not 3 p.m. I was thinking West Coast time. We'll get to the times later. What's important right now is Florida Gulf Coast is on the attack. 1 minute to go.
And Kennesaw did the same thing. They came out in zone.
Right. No timeouts left for either team in this half, so we will see this to a finish. Right in front of goal, and that's another nice finish there for Florida Gulf Coast.
Goal number 11, Grant Faber.
Grant Faber with a goal. Another all-conference selection there. Let's see the Fabeman.
You really couldn't ask for a better game up until this point.
Absolutely.
Back and forth, you're seeing good offense, good defense.
Mm-hmm. Not a lot of cheap shots or anything like that. It's physical. There's a good flow of the game there. The refs aren't letting this get out of hand or anything.
No, it's all within the rules. Mm-hmm. They're playing tough, but by the book.
Good old-fashioned clean fun. Another scoop up there from Kennesaw. Andrew Dopp. And now Devin Hill, first time we've seen him feature today. And there we go. Paul Zakis. There are 244, so it could be Tanner Toombs. We'll find out. I'm sure the chat will be happy to let me know. Nice deflection there from Coast. 23 seconds to go on the clock.
He missed his buddy.
Right, you are.
He had a decent shooting opportunity, but he had a teammate naked on the backside.
Right, you are. 10 seconds to go. Let's see if the Eagles can score a goal before heading to the nest for halftime. Shot! Oh, to the left. Brandon Bosley almost had it there. 4 seconds to go on this clock. Let's see if they can get something quick here for Florida Coast.
Nice play.
Bosley with the goal.
Are they going to even give it to him?
Let's see. Are they going to give it to him? I
Yes,
see
sir.
the thumbs up. Buzzer beater. My goodness, folks.
What a play. Watch this replay.
Yeah,
This is a set piece. They've worked on this.
And folks, are you not entertained? My goodness. We were talking about Loyola Marymount. 7 seconds or less. My goodness. Legit.
Beautiful
10-9.
set piece.
I think 7 seconds or less was Mike D'Antoni, but nevertheless, fast basketball. So it's a heck of a game here. Florida Gulf Coast 9, Kennesaw State. Oh, pardon me. Florida Gulf Coast 10, Kennesaw State 9. We'll be back for the second half of action here in a little bit. Coach JD and Jack here. We'll be back for the second half. Bye. folks, we're back for the second half of action here. Florida Gulf Coast taking on Kennesaw State at Bull High School in Jacksonville, Florida here. Jack with Coach J.D. Harkey right now. Coach, we had an incredible first half of action here. Back and forth.
Yeah, just what you want to see.
Right, you are. Kennesaw State, as you see right there, has been dominating the face-off phase of this game pretty much the entire time. Andrew Dopp has had his foot firmly on that phase of the game. As Kennesaw starts off trailing by 1. Largest lead of the game was 3-1 from Florida Gulf Coast. Since then, it's been quite the game of patty cake. We see Sue on the ball now, who's got at least a couple goals for his trouble so far. Nice patient play here from Kennesaw, not looking for a good shot, looking for a great shot. Sue has someone in front of goal. Wow, almost off the deflection there.
Bit of a force.
Right you are. Gage Mugg in front of goal there. Nothing untoward there. And now we'll see Jack Scalise on the ball there. Nice little rip ski, bouncing shot and saved.
Yeah, it was all Swedish, no finish.
There we go, Zach Vlyke. Wow. Hey man, I'm the one-liner guy. Consider that one stolen. All right, Brendan Bosley, I should say, on the ball now. Has already got a couple goals for his troubles, and now Colin Blocker's also got a goal. First time we're seeing Gulf Coast with some dedicated attack. Ooh. Wow, that had velocity on it. Brendan Bosley.
I like that pull. His defender wasn't in his hands, and he's using him as a screen against the goalie.
Right, keeping him honest. See Blocker in there.
Ooh, miscommunication.
Ooh, wow. Ethan Knight almost with the goal there. Kennesaw State very lucky that this is not 11-9 right now.
A bit of a lapse in communication.
Mm-hmm. Got the halftime fog around them. Got to wake up here. Hear a lot of times, sometimes players don't wake up until they've been hit. Gulf Coast maybe thinking about the wraparound. Nice stick save there from Kennesaw, and Zach Vlyke will stay on this side of the ball. Eagles looking to extend the lead. You can see on the bottom ticker there, FAU beating Georgia Southern 21-7 earlier today. Was not nearly as back and forth of a game as this is.
Oh, the pickup.
Wow. Excellent pickup.
So that's a... Ooh. And again, another. We had one of those in the first game and another right there.
And that was Scott Rizasa.
Nasty ground ball.
Showing off some Riz there. As we go on to Evan Sue, I don't think I've ever felt older in my life saying Riz, unironically. All right, Kennesaw State trying to get back into this game. Lurking and looming. Kennesaw State named after the great horned owl, as opposed to FAU, which is named after the burrowing owl. So Kennesaw State trying to pick that right time to strike like a great barn owl on maybe a field vole or something. Patient play here from Kennesaw. 26 left on the shot clock. Fake out on the wraparound.
I think he had himself bamboozled.
He did. So all kinds of contorted. Pie Jack on the ball. Dumps it off there to Guinea. Nice little spin move. Drops to a knee. Keeps the ball, though. And wow, almost a one-handed shot there. You could see a little bit of discomfort on the face there of Jack Guinea as he runs off to the sideline. And Florida Gulf Coast and Alex Stewart will start from the back again. Now with Tucker Draw on the ball. Now to Knight. All right, Coast advancing here into the attacking third. Still no goals this half. 10-9, 4 minutes have elapsed here in the second half of action. Right in front of goal, clinical Colin Blocker.
Great timing.
Right you are. Perfectly timed pass.
Goal number 99,
Grant Faber there. with an excellent assist there, proving why he is an all-conference selection there with 30-plus assists on the season. Perfectly timed, like you said there, Coach. Dropping it off.
Great chemistry.
Right you are. Mentioned this in the first half as well. The last matchup between this team was also very close. Florida Gulf Coast winning 14-3 in that matchup. This game has lived up to the hype so far. The winner of this match will take on the number 3 ranked Florida Atlantic University tomorrow here at noon Eastern Time. The D1 game will be at 3:30 after that. Wow, Kennesaw, great save there from Stewart. And an even better pass, my goodness, there. Dropping it in the breadbasket of Max Perez there. And now Grant Faber, the main man here for Gulf Coast. Seems to be the magician pulling all the strings behind the curtain. Blocker passing it off there to Preston Moon. Blocker with a shot, and Blocker saved. Haven't seen a lot of Preston Moon today so far. He's got 26 goals and 9 assists as well.
Ooh.
And that is a costly turnover there. My goodness, Florida Gulf Coast able to stay on the attacking side of things for now.
Well, shot clock's down again.
Oh, man. That's impeccable aim. All right, so we'll make sure everything's all kosher here in just a moment. I don't think the ref's tall enough to prop up the shot clock. Boom, roasted. All right, way to go. Way to go to the refs. Refs have called a good game, like you said here, Coach. Wait, what happened?
Well, a piece of it fell on top of his head, and now it's not operating. Might have just been his battery.
Oh,
Seems
yeah.
like it's the battery piece.
That'll do it. Some riveting stuff here from a couple of refs here, just trying to figure out. All right, looks like we're going to reset it to 80. Good call there, getting the weights. You'd think, I would assume Bull's got a sandbag somewhere. I looked at the campus, I'm thinking there's no way they don't have an AV club that has a closet full of sandbags. But it's neither here nor there. We're back to the action at hand. Florida Gulf Coast trying to expand their lead to 3. So you dance around. Max Perez. Once again to Colin Blocker. Preston Moon maybe thinking about a shot. Tried to pass it out. Eventually gets his own wayward pass. Moon maybe thinking about the wraparound. Just left of the cage. Scooped up there by Ethan Knight, though. Methodical play here from Coast. Ooh, just too high.
Yeah, I think that the Eagles got a little benefit of the doubt with maybe more clock added after the...
Oh, absolutely. It was about 13 or so seconds I think they got. Just right of the cage. Yeah, you're totally right.
This has been a long possession.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're only at 30 seconds on the shot clock. Probably should be around 15 or so, but we said in the other game, to err is to human. So it's all good. We'll give some grace here to these refs. Oh, nice pass.
Yeah, great idea. Just couldn't connect.
Maybe it was a little low for being nitpicky.
Almost disaster, but they avoided it.
And that's a great outlet ball by Kennesaw and Vlyke. And now we got Evan Crawford and Evan Sue on the ball. Kennesaw is only... Oh, this is going to be our first halftime of the second half? Let's find out. Something's happened. Waiting on the PA here to see if we can figure out what happened. Doesn't look like there was any sort of infraction. I think we're just going to get a couple of subs in and out for these teams. We do see the flag on the screen. Do wonder what the issue is. In the meantime, y'all make sure to like and subscribe here at DNF_ADV Sports. Appreciate all of the people who are commenting. Kathy, I hate to burst your bubble, but Scalise phonetic is Scalise. But I understand. I'm just messing with you. Thanks to everyone who is here in the chat room.
Is she saying it's Scalise?
She's saying it's Scalise.
Okay, great.
But she was saying it was phonetic, and I was arguing that the E is silent, which would make it the opposite.
Nice finish. Head top.
But who cares about semantics when you got a game like this? My God. Casey Koenig with a heck of a rip. All right, let's see that replay one more time. Kennesaw State staying patient, not settling here, right in front of goal.
Shaves his head.
Right, you are. Alex Stewart there. If he just stayed in one place, I think that would have went off his dome. All right. Got some friends and family and significant others in here as well. Once again, appreciate y'all for liking and subscribing to DNF_ADV Sports. FGC with a scoop up once again. And we'll see Jack Scalise in there now to Preston Moon. Still only up 1 goal. Florida Gulf Coast has had a 2-goal lead twice in this game. Both times Kennesaw State has closed that margin down. As we'll see Blocker on the ball. Getting downhill is Blocker. Maybe thought about a rip there. Scalise, thinking about it. Oh, nice deflection there from Kennesaw. Once again, Florida Gulf Coast starts to constrict this Kennesaw team, getting closer and closer to the cage. Someone loses a stick.
He broke it.
Oh, yeah. Never good. Nice goal.
See, in college lacrosse, you can't play without your cross. And you can't play with a broken. So you drop it, leave it in the field of play. That's generally in the hopes that the officials will stop the play if the stick poses a danger to the players on the field.
Gotcha. And you know what's funny was you saying that he slammed down his stick in frustration and actually knocked the ball out, or the stick out of play. If he just placed it down, probably got stopped.
Maybe.
All right, Florida Gulf Coast 12, Kennesaw 10. Another great game here. Kennesaw struggling a little bit here in the opening 7.5 or so. Not able to close that gap. Been trailing. Do win that faceoff once again. Seems like they've been winning pretty much every single one. Andrew Dopp, who after this weekend will have pretty close to 200 wins in the face-off phase on the season. And now we will see Jack Guinea in there. Thought about the shot. Evan Sue did. Back to Guinea
Zone
here.
look again.
Right you are. Getting closer and closer. Body save there. Ooh, right off the wrist of Stewart. And you can see that. Oh, we got multiple players down here.
Yeah,
Kennesaw's
injury timeout.
Kennesaw's got a fella down. It's Brandon Burrow. Or Braden Burrow, I should say. Looks like he's hobbling on one ankle. He's obviously able to stand on his own power. FSU lacrosse fan, we will be announcing the D1 selections for all conference at the end of the next game. So that's after the Georgia Tech and South Carolina game. We'll be doing a larger public address announcement for the crowd here. And, probably during that game, probably doing announcement for that as well. A couple of times. Sticking to D2 for right now. Erratic Kid, you are correct. Dup is going crazy. All right, cool. So, looks like Barrow's able to hobble off the field. Looks like he's fine. Rub some dirt on it, or whatever those little black pellets are that are on these artificial turf fields these days. Maybe don't rub dirt on that, since... Anyways. All right, so Kennesaw State will retain possession here. 6.5 to go. In the third quarter of action, one more quarter after this. If it's tied after all four, we go into sudden death overtime. All this for a spot in the final of the SELC championship game tomorrow at noon here at Bull High School and live on DNF_ADV Sports. Nice pass. Great save. Stewart having himself a game here. Oh, my goodness. He's got to look out, though. Keep that head on a swivel. Certainly looked like Evan Sue was in pursuit. Ball goes out, though. It's going to be another turnover. They're a rare turnover for Florida Gulf Coast. They've usually been pretty clean with the ball here in the opening 3 quarters. About 5.5 minutes to go here. Still absolutely anyone's game. Coach, if you're Kennesaw State right now, if you're Coach Ben, what are the keys for Kennesaw coming out with a victory today?
You know, I mean, there's nothing special. They've been playing well. It's a tight game. They just got to clean up a little bit of things.
Oh, and that'll do it right there. Jack Guinea closing that gap.
Back to a 1-goal game. Yeah, they just have to stick to their game, and you know there have been a handful of second chance opportunities for White because of failed clears.
Right.
Maybe a couple of shots that they'd like back because they didn't place them as well.
Right.
But this is a great game back and forth. I think both teams are sticking to their script. They're playing their game. It's just a prize fight.
Right, you are. This is what a spot at the Natty means to these teams. No guarantee of an automatic bid. Kennesaw State's number 17th in the country. Florida Gulf Coast number 11 right now. No guaranteed an at-large bid. Only person or only team guaranteed with a bid is the conference winner. As Kennesaw State plunging forward once again, we'll see Barrow in there. Glad to see he's doing okay. Looks like the ankle's just fine. Oh my goodness. Alex Stewart really far out of goal. My goodness. Back.
Wow.
Back behind the head. Alex Stewart getting caught with his pants around his ankles. My goodness.
So now it's psychological here. It will
Right.
Florida Gulf Coast be able to, regroup and say, okay, next play is just an unlucky one.
Oh.
Or is this going to tug at them for the rest of the time and, cause them to lose their mental edge?
Right, you are. Yeah, Tucker draw there, not able to scoop up the GB. The deflection causing the opportunity for Gage Mugg, who's got a couple of real fancy goals today. We've had awesome action here in Game 2 of 4. Here at DNF_ADV Sports, all day SELC action. After this game, I'm going to stop at the tent and grab some barbecue and gear up for the D1 action, because that is going to be some meaty challenges. As Kennesaw State now trying to get their first lead of the second half. Oh, the inside of the post.
Yeah.
That was close.
Great cut.
Great cut. My goodness. Alex Stewart has got to be breathing a sigh of relief right about now. Kennesaw once again looming. Barrow at the feet. Stewart doing a good job.
Now, I don't like that shot. You just hit the pipe and got a reset clock. He wasn't quite 3 yards above the goal line extended. Not a lot of angle. You could definitely get a better shot than that with
Right.
70 seconds on the shot clock.
Right. But maybe it's one of those things you were talking about, Coach, where, Kennesaw's kind of feeling themselves, right about
A little
this
heat
time.
check.
Yeah, a little heat check. We talked about that in the FAU game.
Yeah, if I'm on the sideline, I'm dragging that young man to the sideline and saying, "Hey, what are we doing?"
I could hear the coach in your voice, just being like, "Yeah, please don't."
In context is everything. If you're under 10 seconds on the clock, not a bad take.
Yeah.
With 60, 70 seconds on the clock, we can get a better one.
Right, you are. All right, we'll see Bosley in there once again. Lets it rip. That does not get the snap he wanted. That'll stay out for Eagle ball. 3:07 left in this in this quarter, I should say. About 18 minutes in total left. So Florida Gulf Coast back on the ball here. This game has lived up to the billing. It's funny when both of these teams had such hot starts. Great save there from Vike. Had such hot starts, we thought, this will be higher than 14-13. But you can see the game starting to slow down a little bit, I feel like. You can see the methodical nature of each possession now.
Yeah, they settled in a bit. These teams have seen each other before. They've got plenty of film from all year long. But lots of energy coming out early. Now everybody's settled in. There's a rhythm and flow.
Scalise, nice defensive stop there. Pounding on the chest there is Jackson Bamfield, number 22. The nice whack of the stick to make that ball squirt out. Live once again, 2:20 left in this game. Quarter, I keep saying that. Hunter Davison on the ball, twirling that stick on the right side of your screen. Maybe trying that wrap around. Was looking for Scalise. Scalise not able to get it on the stick, scooped up by the keep. And Kennesaw will commit men forward. Plunging into the attacking zone, Evan Sue. Now down to 145. Now we got Jack Guinea on here. On that right wing as we have the line shifts completed now. As we've heard Coach say, lots of time left on the clock here. Don't want to settle for anything where it's a little too tight. Try and find that great shot. Continuing to pass and being patient here is Kennesaw State with about 1 minute to go. Great dispossession there from Florida Gulf Coast, who have numbers now. 4-on-3 right in front of goal. Oh, Scalise had it. Wow,
Ooh.
Kicked in. Golazo. Jack Scalise kicks the ball in, if I'm not mistaken.
Hockey goal number 2, Jack Scalise.
Yeah, as a PA announcer says, hockey goal. I think he poked it in with his stick.
Gotcha.
You can't kick it intentionally into the goal.
Gotcha. Oh, okay,
But,
yeah,
little swipe.
Yeah, a little swipe there, almost like a broom. There we go, Scalise. There we go. Okay, Florida Gulf Coast 13, Kennesaw 12. Back at it we go. Yeah, Will, one of our producers, and I were watching hockey last night where that exact situation happened, and they disallowed the goal. Makes sense. All right, another win there for Kennesaw, who immediately squander that opportunity. We'll go back to being coast ball here. 45 seconds to go. In a situation like this, Coach, are you just trying to hold on to the ball for the rest of the period?
No. I mean, you might work for the last shot. I've never been one to be so conservative. Yeah, I don't hate that, but now you got 20 seconds if you're Kennesaw State to see if you can make something happen.
Got you. All right, yeah, let's see it. Kennesaw State trying to make some chicken salad right about now. They're losing the ball. Ooh, a sea of black shirts here. 8 seconds to go. This is just going to get yeeted. And that'll do it for the third quarter of action. This matchup continues to deliver. Florida Gulf Coast 13, Kennesaw State 12. Jack and JD will be back for the fourth quarter of action. Do not go anywhere. This is going to be a good one. The road goes on forever and the party never ends. Let's go. Florida, Gulf Coast, and Kennesaw State, folks. Putting it all out on the line here for you. A spot in the championship is what hangs in the balance, and both of these teams have 15 minutes to make their argument that they deserve a spot there against the Florida Atlantic Owls tomorrow here at noon Eastern Time. Kennesaw State, no shocker here, winning the faceoff. They've dominated this phase pretty much the entire game today.
Draw two, move the ball.
Right, you are. Maybe thinking about a shot, another one off the cage, and another lucky bounce. Wow! What a sequence here. Alex Stewart with a nice save there for the Eagles.
Good recovery by that young man to be ready for the next shot after the ricochet.
Right, you are. That deflection there. Thought it was going to go into the back of the net. Off the chest there of the Kennesaw attacker. Andrew Barner getting downhill here. Maybe, ooh, a little too high. Tall glass for Kennesaw.
Parents didn't like it, but I think that was the right call.
Yeah, I just heard one dad go, "No way!"
That's it's closest to the ball,
right,
when and where it goes out of bounds.
Yes, and the referees are also far closer than the parents are to the action, so I always defer to them. All right, Florida Gulf Coast advancing into the attacking zone, trying to extend this lead here. Kennesaw smashing that ball into the ground there. Another bum stick. Luckily, Kennesaw's able to advance the ball. Last time that happened for them, it resulted in a goal for Florida Gulf Coast. And so now we'll see Kennesaw, their first dedicated amount of possession here in this fourth quarter of action. Just a reminder, too, if this is a tie at the end of four quarters, we'll go into sudden death. Wow, fighting through is Greenblatt, who loses the ball in his net. Eventually he's able to scoop that up. Greenblatt dumps it off. Kennesaw trying to equalize. Alex Stewart making...
He's having a big fourth quarter so far.
He really is. He hugged the side of that cage there, made sure nothing could sneak in. Good stick work there. As we'll see Scalise on the ball. And now to Faber. Coast settling in here, still only up 1 goal, 13-12. Let's it rip! Oh, man, everyone's getting shots off.
Mental mistake by Kennesaw. Now they're going to be man down.
Mm-hmm. Penalty there. You could see some of the frustration on the bench there. I believe that's going to be... Is that an offsides, I think?
Too many men.
Too many men. Many men. Oh, I'm not going to sing the rest because then we're going to get copyright strike. You're welcome, Will. All right. Back in action here. Florida Gulf Coast with a man advantage here. 30-second releasable. A big opportunity for Florida Gulf Coast. 12 minutes to go in this game. Every goal is going to count. Got to make sure to get as big of a lead. Oh, wow. Vlaik with a mistake there. Rushed.
You can see what he was trying to do.
Absolutely.
He saw the play coming.
Right.
He was trying to jump it and avoid the pass, getting to the man curling up from X into right in the front of the crease.
Yeah, let's see that one more time. I believe it was Brendan Bosley. You can see on the left wing over there. Yep, just right in front of goal. Not much Vlaik could do. You're so right. All right, so 14-12. Florida Gulf Coast now taking a 2-goal lead, their third 2-goal lead of the game so far. Mentioned it earlier, last matchup ended 14-13, with Florida Gulf Coast being the victors that day. A nice shove there from Kennesaw State. No one able to scoop it up. Ref saw it and said, hey, that was not a cool shove in the back. It's actually Florida Gulf Coast ball. All right, so Dunk City here. Back on ball. Bosley, the goal scorer, in there. And blocker as well has already got one. Nice cut in there. Blocker thinking about a shot, dumps it off there to Bosley.
Close the door.
Great save there from Vlaik. Tried to go 5-hole. Did not connect. Got nice and low. I was going to sing another song, but then we would for sure get copyright struck. As Kennesaw State barreling down the right wing. Nice move. Wow! Nice pump fake there. Jack Guinea would love to see that again. Crafty.
Yeah, shades of his first goal. He's using his hands to manipulate the defenders.
Right you are. Yeah, nice swim there. Ooh, man, that was a nice little pump fake. Could see Alex Stewart was mad.
That was a nice play.
Right you are. 14-13. 11 minutes to go. Surely this game has more goals in it. This one's going to come down to the wire. We've talked about it many times on this broadcast already. Goals or leads in lacrosse, unless they are, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus.
They can be fleeting.
They can be fleeting. You can stack those. Kennesaw State, we've seen dominate the face-off phase. They could stack up goals.
Oh, I don't know.
Is that a block in the back?
They called a hold.
Oh.
Now, if that... It's hard to say who the official was looking at, but if he was looking at number 4, who was clearly playing the ball and kicking it with his foot, I don't know about that call. Is the young man just scrapping and clawing and trying to make a play on the ball?
Right. Florida Gulf Coast back on the attack after the suspect penalty call, we'll say. No man advantage here for Gulf Coast, just an infraction. Right in front of goal. Drops the ball, though. My goodness, there. Hunter Davison almost extending this back to a 2-goal lead, and Kennesaw looking to tie things up with 10 to go. We'll see number 44, Tanner Toombs, on the ball. Elite name right there, especially for a defender. My goodness. And now we'll see 31, Kevin Strasser in there. Seeing a lot of new Kennesaw faces here. Waiting for a couple more folks to get in there. We'll see Greenblatt on the ball, passing it back to his number neighbor there, Koning. Koning's already got a goal today. Elects to pass to the X, lets it rip, and that goes for the 5-hole. What a goal for Kevin Strasser. My goodness, and we are all tied at 14 again, folks.
I'm looking for the number. That play was made by the man behind the goal, reading the defense shifting. This gentleman standing right next to number 2.
I believe that was number 15, Casey Koning. Wow. Such a hard
But it's 5.
angle.
It was Gage. It's Gage who makes the feed and the read.
Copy.
Savvy play.
Gage has had an incredible game today. In general, this game has been incredible.
And he's a lefty, too. And if unless I saw that wrong, I think he made that pass with his right hand.
I believe so. So this game living up to the hype. It's all about a spot in the SELC Tournament Championship game tomorrow here at noon. We'll be broadcasting it here on the YouTube channel. Live from Bowles High School. I always want to say Bowl College because this campus is that nice. Hodges Field here. Absolutely stunning. Lots of great football players and Olympians. Mac Jones played here. Chipper Jones played here. Heard a crazy stat. Coach, were you the one who told me that it was if Bowles High School was a country, they would have the 5th most Olympic medals?
In swimming.
In swimming.
It's according to Bowles lacrosse coach Tom West.
That is wild. That is absolutely wild.
It's pretty spectacular.
Plunging forward is Kennesaw State. Once again, 5-hole.
This has been a swing of Mo.
My goodness. Swing low. Kevin Strasser making it 15-14. Kennesaw State not going down that easy. Battling back down from 2 goals.
The guys in black and gold definitely have got the momentum right now.
Right, you are. Heat check there for Strasser. 2 5-holes. And now 8.5 to go. 1 goal separates these teams. Coach, this game's got to go to overtime. It deserves it. We need that catharsis. All right, Andrew Barner gets that scoop in
Face
front
off,
of
man.
goal.
Oh! That's a juice goal.
My goodness, Andrew Barner putting it in the back of the net, and talk about a swing. 3-goal swing for Kennesaw State.
And now the Eagles are bamboozled.
Correct. They are dazed and confused for so long it's not true. My goodness. Nice pass.
With his offhand,
Right, you are.
the team's going nuts. They're feeling good right now.
Yeah.
If you're the Eagles, you got to stop the bleeding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Phil Jackson would be happy with that triangle passing there. My goodness. All right, Florida Gulf Coast, first time they've been down 2 all game. Let's see how they respond. My goodness, Kennesaw State, we've talked about it all game, have dominated the face-off phase. Now that they have a lead.
Yeah, a little feeling themselves a little too much there.
Very much so. But Kennesaw can control this game a lot better when they control that face-off phase with about 7.5 to go in this 4th quarter of action. Florida Gulf Coast was up 2 goals. It's been a 4-goal swing here. Kennesaw fighting.
Kennesaw's down a man. They don't seem to know it.
Truly. Kennesaw wants an all-Owls final. And I do too, by golly. Actually, that's not true. I'm an unbiased journalist here. Florida Gulf Coast is cool, too. Don't want to make anyone too angry. It's been a heck of a game here. Santiago in the chat saying FGC is known for blowing leads here. Unfortunately. All right, Kennesaw advancing the ball. Oh, wow, that was quite a flag throw. I don't know if you saw it. It was quite a parabolic throw. All right, so Kennesaw's going to get a free play here. 7:10 to go in the fourth quarter of action, looking for their first 3-goal lead of the game. Once again, getting in front of goal there. Sue passing it back. Ooh, that ball. Oh, that's maybe going to be a trip.
I like the no call.
Yeah. Everyone's just going for it. What a run!
Oh, wow.
My goodness!
And surely a man-up face-off.
Casey.
There's 2 flags on the field.
Casey Koning, who was basically silent the entire game, is playing like a man possessed here. My goodness, Florida man, Casey Koning, running wild. Let's see that one more time from that right wing. He loves that spot there, Coach. And that goes on what you were saying as well.
Finish.
Not a lot of velocity there, just had to place it.
Little snap of the wrists, deceptive, waits for the goalie to kind of give him an opening.
Right. Yeah, Alex Stewart kind of showed his hand a little bit there as well. So there we go, Kennesaw State, a 3-goal lead.
And, yep, a man-up face-off.
Right. Oh, so they're not even going to blow this off. It must have been that bad of a penalty.
Well, so if it's a 30-second infraction, it will be waived off by the goal. If it's a minute-long penalty, it carries over.
Copy. Appreciate the clarification as always, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Kennesaw trying to build here. Kennesaw thought, you know what? We drove all this way to Jacksonville. We're not leaving after one day. But who knows? I'm acting like this game has only 20 seconds to go. 6 minutes, 3-goal lead means nothing in lacrosse. Maybe thinking about a shot. Is it going to be the kid again? No. Cajoled out Gage Mugg, who is shaken up there. Slow to get up. This play is going to be blown dead. There's Gage Mugg. We'll get some medical treatment done here, and we'll let the pros do their thing.
I think it's, well, you can't quite tell for sure, but it appears as though this is more fatigue and a long game, hot day.
Right, you are. It's about 82 degrees outside. We here have been in the air-conditioned press box, so haven't been able to deal with that, but you're right. I saw him holding that leg. Very much seemed crampy, and you can see from the medical professionals there, certainly what it looks like. And Mugg has had to play a lot today. Once again, we've said multiple times, Kennesaw has had to fight from below pretty much this entire game. Some of that fatigue showing up here for Gage Mugg, who will hobble off. So still a man advantage here for Kennesaw. Number 15, Preston Moon, I should say, the malfactor for Florida Gulf Coast on that last penalty. All right, I think we're about to blow it live here. Someone's trying to recruit for Jake Lynch. Once again, Coast with the shot. Great save from Vlyke. Man, this game's intensity is picked up. You'll love to see it from the opening whistle. It's been fun. That's a heads-up play there, releasing the penalty as well. All right, Kennesaw back on the attack.
I like the urgency from Faber to go right away, but you got to place that somewhere other than stick side high.
5 minutes to go here. Gulf Coast definitely has the time on their side, but definitely got to start being maybe a little bit more aggressive here. Kennesaw State happily will let this clock bleed out as they pass that ball around. Not trying to settle here. Passing around the perimeter of the defenders. Maybe going to let it rip. Spins back to the X there, does Jack Guinea. About 10 seconds left on the shot clock. My goodness, Kennesaw State.
They're on a tear.
They are on a tear. Adam Greenblatt with the goal there. Kennesaw State Owls gobbling up Florida Gulf Coast. My goodness, the Eagles are going to end up in an owl pellet tomorrow. Nice rip. It was a slow burn joke. There we go, Coach. Let's go. All right, so this is the biggest lead of the game overall. Kennesaw State 18, Florida Gulf Coast 14 with 4:30 to go. Coast has got to get in to the attacking zone here and start scoring. Was very much thinking that with the back and forth nature of this game, Coach, that it's going to come down to the wire here, but Kennesaw State just slowly but surely pulling away. Back to the X once again. Jack Guinea goes. As we said before, Kennesaw in no real rush here. Trying to kill some time, perhaps.
Yeah, since now I'm not quite sure if it was Dopp, the face-off man goal.
Oh, just left.
Since Kennesaw got that goal right off the face-off with their face-off specialist, I didn't think it was number 12. I could have been wrong. I thought it had been 6, Andrew Barner.
For sure.
But since then, it's been all Kennesaw and
all Kennesaw State. Only way to for sure know is to watch the highlights on the Instagram of @DNF_ADV. See that cheap plug there? I do this for money. Kennesaw on the attack. Lets it rip. There's a flag, and that is going to be
frustrations.
Yeah. Can start to see it showing up for Florida Gulf Coast here. Something head coach Vinny Valentine's not going to be happy with there. As we'll see Matt Mickley, number 4, taking a sad genuflect, and he'll sit out for a little bit of time ski here. All right, 3:22 to go. This game's gone by pretty quickly here. I know the refs have missed a couple of calls here and there, but the flow of this game has gone by very well, even with as high scoring as it is. Very seldom are you going to see a 32-goal thriller that's gone by as quickly as this. Just a reminder, folks, after this match, in the background you can see the gold helmets of Georgia Tech as they'll be taking on your old school there, Coach, of South Carolina.
Yes, sir.
How you feeling about that game? You been keeping up with the Gamecocks this year?
Yeah. They had a tough start to the season, but they're pretty young. At least on the offensive side of the ball, they're very young.
Right, you are.
And I don't believe they've lost a game since early March.
Wow. So Georgia Tech with a lot of momentum going into that next game. If I'm not mistaken, that starts at 5. So in about a half hour from now, I'm going to have to wolf down some barbecue in the meantime. Hope I don't get the itis in the meantime. Scooped up there, Kennesaw staying in control here, about 2.5 to go. Whoa, my
nice
goodness.
feed.
Another goal there. I believe that was Andrew Barner with the goal there. And I was about to say, I was going to quote Chick Hearn and say this game isn't quite in the refrigerator yet. But that door, I think, just got slammed shut here. 5 goals, 5-goal lead, 2:15 to go. That might be curtains here. Nice behind the back pass. My goodness.
The feed was a beauty.
Yeah, Evan Sue. Silky.
You know, the some might say, oh, it's flashy, it's fancy. The behind the back there is deceptive and doesn't telegraph his intentions.
Right.
Nice play.
These players do these in-game because they work. All right. Another face-off here. 2:15 to go. Man, this is quite the turnaround from Kennesaw. It was looking a little bleak there at the beginning of the fourth. They were down 2. Florida Gulf Coast seemed like they had really had the lion's share of attack. But once again, the face-off phase proving to be so important here. Kennesaw, I would be really intrigued to see what the stats would be for face-offs. Really does seem like Kennesaw's won probably close to 95%.
And it's been a total team effort.
Right.
You know, that's Pyjack right there that just took the last one.
Right.
Of course, Dopp has been strong all day. I believe Barner's taken a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're helping each other out.
Here the Kennesaw State fans and parents getting a little bit more vocal here as we get to about 1 minute to go in this game. As I said, in a half hour, South Carolina and Georgia Tech here on DNF_ADV Sports. Give us a like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram at DNF_ADV. You can catch highlights from games and see what we're calling upcoming. Next weekend we'll be calling West Coast Lacrosse League action, as that shot clock violation will see this out here. But yeah, should be a cracker next week. Cal Poly slow, a great team this year. UC Santa Barbara, another good team this year. UC Santa Barbara made it pretty deep into nationals last year, if I'm not mistaken, losing in the semifinals. All right, Florida Gulf Coast now, if only almost ceremonially, getting into the attacking zone with about 30 seconds to go. Once again, shout out to our camera people, Luis and Kevin, who are currently baking on the roof. Shout out to our producer, Will. As that goes out, we'll stay Florida Gulf Coast ball with 17 seconds to go. Shout out to everyone here who is working with the SELC. Everyone's been very kind and nice, as well as the Bowl lacrosse team. They've been working the PA and stuff. It's been funny to hear teenage teammates arguing with each other in the press box. Harkin's back.
Yeah, this has been an impressive fourth quarter by Kennesaw State.
Right. It's more than anything. It was so back and forth the first 3 quarters, and then Kennesaw just turned it on. It was, more or less a 7-goal swing.
Momentum is fickle.
It really is. All right, 3 seconds to go here. So this is going to be me, Jack Lowry, signing off here with Coach JD here, signing off. We'll be back in about a half hour for Georgia Tech and South Carolina. So Kennesaw State with a huge fourth quarter. Kennesaw 19, Florida Gulf Coast 14. An all-Owls final. Kennesaw State, Florida Atlantic, tomorrow at noon. We'll see you then. Well, actually, we'll see you in a half hour. Don't go anywhere. Bye.
Good job. Don't worry, Bailey. You're all good. You're all good. Nah, poor thing.